You never know when your time is going to come. To rise above the rest. To seize the opportunity. To be crowned a champion. Is it time for your story to be told? The World Poker Tour.
Like make a series.
Oh, okay.
No, that's what I do.
Hello, Matt Savage here with Michael Lockie from the Rock and Roll Poker Open here at Seminole Hard Rock, the World Poker Tour event that started with 1,224 entries, and we're down to the final 6. Michael, how you doing?
Matt, it's great to be here again. I always love being here, seeing these amazing tournaments. So glad when you're in town.
In seat number 1, we have Kevin Nee. He's starting with 12,300,000 chips. He's from Presto, Pennsylvania. Lifetime earning $66,000, already his largest cash. In seat number 2, we have Chad Eveslage. He's a 2-time WPT champion already, starting with $5,550,000. Lifetime earnings over $10 million from Indiana. In seat number 3, we have Aram Zobian. He has He has $11,075,000. He's from Rhode Island, from Valley Stream, New York. In seat number 4, we have Anthony Merlo, $5,250,000. And his largest cash is also going to be today. Hyndi Khomutetsky, she's starting with $8,825,000 from Orlando, Florida. Again, another player with the biggest cash here today, just over $500,000 in lifetime earnings. And then, of course, the local hero, Gola. He's starting as a chip leader with $18,175,000, lifetime earnings of $427,000 from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Michael, what do you know about the players at the table today?
I know quite a bit about Chad. He's been a regular down here for a long time, and Hyndi and I go way back, of course. But the other 4 players, I know Joel's a local here. I haven't lived down here in about 10 years, so I don't know him super well, but I hear he plays a lot of cash here as well, and going to be very interested to see how it all plays out.
Yeah, these players are guaranteed $127,000. First place is $605,100, which includes that seat to the WPT World Championship at Wynn Las Vegas, where they can win millions more. That festival already started, kicked off yesterday, and is off to a great start. A great festival here as well. 80 events they had here, and this is the championship event. And we'll start here with Chad with Ace Jack, and he's going to be playing the first pot here at the final table. Raises to $500,000. Blinds are 125, 250.
And away we go, huh?
That's it.
Chad's a little bit on the shorter side compared to the rest of this table. I do expect him to be a little aggressive.
Anthony's 3-bet here to 1.2 million. And Joel with Queen 4. He let it go. Yeah, we were talking about it yesterday. Joel actually left on day 2 for 2 levels and the dinner break. He missed 4 hours of the event because he had his granddaughter's birthday party. So cool story that he came back and still made the final table.
That is legendary stuff.
That's awesome. Oh, and Chad's going to lay down that ace jack.
I think I saw an ace. Yeah. I thought I saw a queen.
8? No,
It was
Queen.
Oh, okay.
All right, no.
I saw something.
Yeah, I saw.
I will. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks
All
for
good.
telling me.
All right, so Joel said
just
he saw.
I was red. I had
Chad
a
said he
bad
saw
hand.
one of Joel's cards.
What's interesting
there.
is he probably saw the 4,
Yeah.
and he thought it was the ace.
Yeah, exactly. And
And that actually could have affected his action for sure.
They should
For
have
sure.
the clock somewhere here, not all the way to fucking Disneyland.
Behind you too. That's why we can't
Well,
see it.
And
We can't say it's
That's
behind
what
you.
I mean.
Joel the jeweler, they call
Yeah,
him.
right, behind
He's,
Who cares? I want to.
I didn't see the final part of the table yesterday because I
What
go
am
out
I
and do
getting?
interviews.
Okay,
But
I'm thinking,
he must have
yeah.
won a big hand late in the end of the day. I didn't see that hand, but
I was flipping through the coverage, and he definitely won a big pot of Nenad at the end of the night.
Hyndi from Orlando, Florida. She's raised it to 500,000.
Please.
And Joel re-raises right there. 3 bets
is
to 1.5 million.
A big and effective 3-bet here.
Hyndi lets it go. If you didn't see it yesterday, Hyndi had a huge hand early on. She started off with a chip lead, a huge hand that she ended up doubling up Joel, where he made a River Broadway straight, and she had 5 high. And it was a big pot early on. Hyndi, to her credit, came back and actually had the chip lead again. All of these players have been the chip leader and the short stack at this final table.
Really?
Yeah. Yesterday was pretty crazy day.
Wow.
At one point, everybody had between 50 and 70 big blinds. So you don't see that very often. It kind of looked like a cash game is what Daryl Fish said. Anthony now raising with Jack 8 of hearts to 500,000.
Yeah, we saw one of the hands on the stream from one of the tables out in the main room, and it looked like Chad had flopped 2 pair, and Hyndi had like folded an overpair to like 1 bet or something like that. I didn't get to see the full hand, but it looked like a really interesting spot.
Joel here involved with Queen 10 of diamonds.
If Joel's going to be playing very active in pots here, he's going to give Kevin and Chad a lot of opportunities to come in behind as the 3rd player.
Yeah, and Chad 6-5 flops a big hand here with top pair and an open-end straight draw. 1 diamond on the flop, 1 heart, and he goes checked around. Another heart on the turn, which gives Anthony a flush draw. Chad still in the lead.
Very tricky card for Chad here. Be a little surprised if Anthony checks.
Anthony now bets 550,000. Joel lets it go.
Don't expect Chad to go anywhere here.
Does make the call. And we'll go to the river. River card is a 9 of clubs. So Anthony has missed his flush. Chad in the lead, but depending on what happens here, could be a tough call for Chad Eveslage.
I'm interested to see if he bets what kind of size he chooses, because it can really affect things quite a
1.3?
bit.
1.3 million is the bet.
If he goes too big, it's less value-y, of course. This is going to be right in the wheelhouse that it's going to be very difficult for Chad.
Let's see if Chad can sniff this out. Now, again, these players do have the action clock in play from Protection Poker, and they have received 5 additional time extensions. These players, a couple of these players were running really short on time extensions yesterday, but as you see, they have been refreshed. So, a difficult decision. They have 30 seconds to act pre and post, and 30 seconds for each time extension. Players could have received up to 20 time extensions for the entire tournament. Looks like Hyndi has just about all of them still remaining. But I do know that Anthony was completely out of them yesterday.
On one of the other streams I had covered, the players were using them aggressively with like 2 tables left, and it ended up affecting them quite a bit at the final table when they ran out of them. And so it was like there is this nice balance of you know, players are allowed time, just like any, you know, professional athlete team. You know, you get your timeouts or whatever. But like, if you abuse them, it can come back to affect you in the late game.
And that's what we talked about a lot yesterday with the new strategy of leaving one chip behind, trying to use those pay jumps for those time extensions for pay jumps could actually affect you very, very hard at the final table, and that's what we saw a little bit of here yesterday. And Chad's on to his third one, meaning that it's into 2 minutes now that he's taking to make this decision. I don't know. I feel like if he's waiting this long, he's going to make the call, but that could just be
I just think the reality is, if Anthony has a king, is he going to bet it twice for value? If he is, it has to be a very good one. You know, it's probably not king 9. Chad's not really worried about the 9 in general, because the 9 of hearts would probably just check back and get the showdown, and that's really the only 9 he should have.
Another time extension for Chad Eveslage. I just feel like if he's going to take this long, he's going to call, but that could just be me. He was going to fold.
He definitely doesn't want to let go. He's looking for enough reasons to.
And he does make the call.
Sure enough.
Chad sniffs it out. 6 is a pair, wins the pot. And Anthony takes a big hit there.
But don't let me steal one, huh?
I mean, just a fantastic job of sniffing that out. I'm
Yeah,
like,
really well done. Brings Chad up to 32 big blinds. About 8 million now. Joel's still our chip leader, 18 million.
Hyndi now with A7. Raises to 500,000. What do you think about that raise?
It's appropriate if you're trying to send a message and be aggressive, and I think that's always been her style. She's never been one to back down. I find that I get played back at a decent amount, where she may not get played back as much. So very, very appropriate. I have no problem with it at all.
Aram's calling 10-8 of spades. And Kevin's also in there with Queen 9 of clubs. 1 club on the flop, Jack, 6, 4.
Pretty big whiff all around.
And continuing here is Hyndi. She bets 900,000. That might get it done right here.
Some players may try to peel with this Queen 9 here. You know, 3 to a straight flush more or less, but I'm not going to recommend it very often.
Aram and Kevin do fold. Hyndi gets her first pot here at the final table. See how those time extensions she has left. Those are like currency at this point for some players.
Yeah, they are, for sure. But also, if you act fast, your opponents know that it's going to be back on them even quicker, you know. So if you don't even use your full 30 seconds, say you only use your 15, right?
Right.
Then it's back on them even quicker. They don't have the other luxury of your time to be thinking about their decisions as well. So
yeah,
that's another form of pressure you can be putting on.
Absolutely. That's a strategy not often talked about, but of course we in the booth love players that play fast or quick. But you know, at some point, you know, you need to take some time to make decisions.
Sure.
She didn't do that at all yesterday. She was basically acting quickly all day. And Joel here is raising with aces, 550.
Good fold, good
Look
fold.
like he's going to get in the action here. He's going to show him for sure. I probably already
Welcome
did show him.
sight.
Yeah, he did show him. He's been showing cards all day long. What's your thought on that?
You know what? I actually am glad you brought this up. And I'm sure you can appreciate my perspective here. You'll never play the same tournament hand ever again in your life. You'll never be in the same spot with the same players at the same blinds. It's almost impossible. How much can they really use it against you? For me, it's just not going to come up enough. I don't mind showing cards, especially when we talk about amateur players, making sure they're having fun. I'm way more interested in accommodating them and making that happen.
It goes to show you how much is different in poker, because Tony Dunst will say never show it. Daryl says, I rarely show it. Faraz says he shows it quite often because he wants to convey different information. And you are okay with showing
and
it.
they,
So
they
that
generally
shows-
give you back more
tells you.
information than you revealed anyways. So it's a balancing act.
Yeah. I like to show it in needle spot. That's it. But again, I'm not playing for 605,000 very often, so I want to know, you know, I'm usually in charity events where it's just for fun. So, all right, 3 diamonds on the flop. Chad does have the queen of diamonds in his hand.
Chad opened king queen here in the cutoff. Hindi defended 8 and 9.
And she's got top pair and a diamond flush draw as well.
Pretty reasonable flop for both players.
Chad bets 350. Hindi's going to raise here.
So now Anthony's got 3.5 million here, and both of these players are kind of next-ish. So there's going to be some incentive for Chad to either put the pressure back on Hindi, or Hindi knows that the pressure can get to Chad here.
She's raised to 1 million. It's a raise of 650,000. And he's going to see the turn card. Sure, Hindi was hoping to win it right there, but now she has 2 pair. Top 2. And I think
Pretty amazing card for her, if I'm being honest.
Absolutely.
Even there's like the small chance Chad had, you know, queens with the queen of diamonds, and she's absolutely buried against that type of hand. That happens to not be the case, but now she's pretty comfortable about almost anything.
She bets 2 million, and Chad lets it go. Pretty disciplined fold right there.
I agree with that.
And that puts Hyndi Khomutetsky into second in chips with 11,200,000.
You see the big gaps between Anthony and Chad and Aram there.
Yeah, and we talk a lot about ICM and, you know, what it means. What does it mean to you, Michael?
I mean, I know what it actually means, but when you're saying what it means to me, it's really just understanding there's a balancing act of, you know, times to put pressure on, times to gamble, and understanding that, you know, the incentives of your opponents are that they're trying to incentivize their own best interest, right? So we know Chad cares about making the most money. So Chad is going to be sensitive to Anthony's short stack. He's not just going to gamble recklessly while Anthony's so much shorter than everybody else. So it's just a balancing act of knowing how the players at the table are going to behave for their own selfish purposes and understanding how that affects the game.
Hyndi folds the king 4 of diamonds. She was
realistically, Joel probably isn't factoring a lot of ICM in, if we're being honest, right? He's probably playing his game. He's probably playing for the win more than others, so he's less likely to make that big fold or you know, be scared when it comes down to it, and you know, likely those types of players can elevate to the top a lot easier.
Joel's playing to win, and you know, maybe he can make another yacht payment with that, or you know, put some new tires on his private jet. But
600K doesn't go very far in the Louis store, that's for sure.
Yes. All right, Joel is. Looks like he's raised to 725. Kevin now. It's back to him. The ace-3 of spades, and he does make the call. The flop is queen 10-8, and Joel has flopped open ender. Kevin just with the ace high. And Joel's going to continue to bet here. He bets 1 million.
I don't see his hand going much farther.
Kevin makes a fold. Born in Lincoln, Nebraska. A lot of my friends are from Lincoln. So shout out to the Huskers out there. A former model. I found that out as well yesterday. The videographer, Lizzie, was saying she was getting model vibes from him. And he goes, yeah, it turns out I was actually a model back in the day. That was a long time ago, he said.
Real recognize real.
Yeah. Lizzie had it nailed. And so Chad, the only player here with the WPT title. He has 2 of them already.
What stops did he win them at, if you recall?
He won Bellagio, and I believe the second one was Venetian, if I'm not mistaken.
Very cool.
Still lifting the card.
Slide him. You got to slide him
lift
because
it a
when you
little.
lift him,
Yeah.
I didn't see it that time, but it was like a blur.
Thanks.
No worries.
And they're doing the right thing here by letting him know that he's lifting him too high. Some unscrupulous players might not say anything, you know?
I think Chad's going to be the guy that's always going to say something. You know, I think a lot of the players, they have a rule that you get a couple hard warnings, but like there's a certain point that you got to protect yourself. And, you know,
Yes.
you get some stern warnings as you know,
Yeah, I didn't show it. I didn't show it. When I,
Yeah, we told them.
I got it. I got it.
Joel. Joel the jeweler. A local favorite for sure. Anthony folds 10-3. Hindi's out of there with 7-6. And Joel now to queen 8. There he goes. And Chad also 7-4 out.
It's always amazing when
Getting
you
him off
actually
with
see the
King 4.
live streams. They never have anything. Like it's like when you're playing at the table, you're always putting people on these medium good hands, and they
Yeah.
probably got this. But like, there's so often just everyone is dust.
Oh, it is 60
Yeah,
minutes.
yesterday
We go
there
to
was
60
a
minutes,
lot
yes.
of big pairs. Queens and jacks pretty much all day.
It looks like, because it says next break 67 minutes.
Yeah, go.
Going to 60
goes
minutes?
back
Okay.
down. Yeah.
You like that better, huh?
I do like that. Though.
Yeah, that's what he was saying yesterday.
Yep, I remember.
90 minutes is long, but
Yeah.
One of my favorite Chad stories.
Another day 4.
It's better than 90.
Before him and Joe McKeon were 21 years old, they called me up and needed a hotel room down in South Florida because they weren't old enough to get one on their own. So
Nice.
I came and helped the brothers out before they took over the poker world. They were doing their Turning Stone Florida tours back then.
Yep. I remember I did Turning Stone in 2004 or 5. One that was won by D'Agostino, John D'Agostino.
There we go. That is a throwback.
Against Phil Ivey. I
That is
remember
a definite throwback there.
A lot of ace
Turning
X.
Stone.
What was the other one? Oh, you did.
it's so hard.
2 aces?
Verona, New York.
What season are we up to on the World
Two- two
Poker Tour?
pyramid.
This is season 23.
23. Wow.
That one wasn't a World Poker Tour event, but definitely done stuff in the Northeast. Over, I think, 360 or 70 winners now on the Mike Sexton Champions Cup.
Rest in peace, Mike.
Yeah. Missing Mike Sexton every day, every year. Still think
It's
about
crazy.
him quite
Everyone
a
has
bit.
the same stories about him.
Yeah.
He's always the nicest guy ever.
Yeah.
Was always super courteous and kind and told stories for hours. And
Absolutely. Anthony now here with Queen Deuce. He will let that go.
Let's see what I got.
I was going to say, you
I
also
think
look
Hindy might have called it off there.
Good fold.
It's a pretty good one.
Ooh.
I mean, relatively, yeah, it's pretty good.
So we're showing cards and having fun here. This table was extremely talkative yesterday, but a lot of it had to do with Nenad Medic. He was our final table bubble. He finished in 7th place, taking home $98,000. A good week for Nenad, and good to see him back on the World Poker Tour. He's been playing a lot of cash games, so it was good to see him back. Kevin now folds. Aram now makes the raise with King 9 of spades, raised to 525. Anthony folds. Aram's going to get this one through. Yeah, not a lot of confrontations so far, but have had a couple.
You know, obviously there's times where the hands play themselves, but there is an element of like you start day 2s, you start final tables. When there's an element of the restart where everybody's kind of like getting their footing down. They're not looking, you know, they just had their whole morning routine. They're not looking to just, you know, gamble and go home right away. So, you know, the play does differ as the day goes on, and I find this pretty standard.
If you're out there watching on YouTube, make sure to comment. We will pull those comments up, and happy to have you out there today for this final table. Next up on the World Poker Tour, as I said, is the Win World Championship. It's already underway, the festival. I'll get out there this weekend. Excited to be back at the Win And back here, Michael, we're back here in January. for
Can't
the
wait.
Lucky Hearts. Excited to come back here. Always a great stop. And that stop is going to be no different with a $3 million guarantee on the championship there as well. World Poker Tour took a couple years off from the Lucky Hearts, so we're happy to be back.
I was going to say, the last I recalled that last year, or this year, that wasn't a World Poker Tour, but we're happy to have you back in the January.
Super excited about that.
For a long time, the major during that series was an 1100, so it wouldn't have made sense as a World Poker Tour, but I think it plays better as a 3500.
Yeah, and they do a fantastic job here from Bill Mason, Director of Poker Operations, Jason Heidenthal and his team on the tournaments. It's so seamless. We talk about it all the time. Chad here, after being raised by Kevin with King Queen with Jack 9, considering making the call. Joel also calling with 5-3 of hearts. Joel is unpredictable. 6-5, a deuce on the flop, another deuce on the turn. Joel's in the lead here with his fives. Flush draw for Chad. Kevin just 2 overcards. I think
Pretty sure Chad opened pre, both players called, and I think Kevin just led the flop. And Chad was not sure what to do with his flush draw, and then Joel ended up having the 5 behind. So now we're in this 3-way pot. Both players have checked to Chad now. Chad's the only one that can really have a real hand here, if I'm being honest. Both other players are probably limited to a pair of 6s or a pair of 5s with the deuces. Obviously some flush draws are possible, but I think all of Chad's options are really in play here.
That is a big bet there, 1.7 million. Joel, the chip leader.
I kind of wonder how much history Joel and Chad have.
I assume it's not much. Chad here with 13 ounces, you see on the top with 1 card to come, and the river card is another 5. And if Joel checks here, we'll see if Chad will again fire another shell. Joel's been a guy to bet in these spots from what I saw yesterday. We had the feature table live streamed as well yesterday. Let's see if he leads here. Oh, he's asking how much he has.
At this point, Joel's probably going to go ahead and bet.
Use a time extension. You hear that clock in the background. There's 10 seconds. That's what that sound means. Once the time extension gets eliminated, then they lose another time extension. If they don't have any left, it would be a check in this spot. If he was facing a bet, it would be an automatic fold. Another time extension goes down. Joel looks back at his cards. All in. He's gone all in.
All in, 18 million. All in, 18 million.
He said all in. And now Chad Eveslage has no decision.
I know the feeling. It's relatable.
It's interesting that he's even taken this long.
He's not going to burn a time
Could
extension.
be
He's
7-8
just,
of clubs.
that's the hand he can beat. He can beat the 8-high flush draw.
Or 7 of clubs.
It's 5 o'clock.
I don't have that. I have what I need to have to win.
My son.
That's all that matters.
Or 5 of clubs.
Getting close.
Joel does not show this one. Joel Gola increases his chip lead. He's up to 23,750,000.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Now our chip leaders doubled up the next runners. Basically, that's second and third combined at this point.
And this is what you talked about earlier. we were talking about all day yesterday. The ICM has changed.
Yeah. And then there kind of is now this mini game going on between Anthony and Chad where they're going to try to wait each other out. It's a significant amount of money between 6th and 5th, so they're not just going to leave money on the table.
And now Joel, with this chip lead, can start widening his range a little bit, like hands like Queen 10 offsuit, and he does.
Yeah, and Kevin really just has to stay out of the way until, you know, some kind of action happens with Chad and Anthony.
We see out there in the chat, hello to Chris and Luis. And Andrew is back. Poker Ski is here as well. Shout out to the stream team. John, welcome. And I got to tell you, this guy's, if you have any comments or have any questions for Michael or myself, please do fire away. We're excited to be here at the Rock and Roll Poker Open here at the Seminole Hard Rock. A great partner for the World Poker Tour, and just excited to come here every time. The weather's great in January, so if you have a chance, come out for the Lucky Hearts Poker Open.
It's an exceptional time of year in Florida.
It is.
Looks like our blinds have gone up to 300K big blind. And Chad picks up a pretty easy spot here.
Raised by Joel to 1.2 million.
That is a big 4X open. Yeah, I guess that might be the only situation where Chad could consider folding is if he has no fold equity. I'm expecting him to be all in. But if he does anything else, it's only because it's only going to be 1.7 back to Joel, and he's never getting a fold for that.
Let's use another time extension. If Chad gets rolling here again, it could become a factor later in the final table. He's down to 3. Who are you rooting for out there in the chat? It's on a 30-minute delay, Merrick. And he does do it. He moves all in.
Have a count.
And he's asked for a count.
Chad has no idea he's in this great a shape.
Yeah. You think he wants a call or
I'm behind, but I'll give you action.
I just, the thing about it is he just knows he's not getting a fold. Like, there's almost no shot for the 1.7
there
more.
he sees the information. He's got King, Queen of Diamonds up against Queen
Who are you
9
rooting for?
with the 9 of Diamonds.
And away
Like a
we
couple nines are
go.
coming on the phone.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Other people are definitely, the table are definitely rooting for Joel
Alright, so you
here.
feel a couple nines?
Chad, a very tough
Whatever
competitor.
happened,
Gets some
happened.
little
Looks
chips.
good.
Yeah, unfortunately, I've been in this situation before where everybody at the tables rooting against me.
Ace, Jack 5. There are no diamonds.
Just 1 9, not 2 9.
Turn card is a queen.
All right, that's a good one for Chad.
Yep.
Still need a 9.
Only ties now.
Okay, right.
And a 5 on the
Chop it up.
river. And
Oh, there is
it's going to
ties.
be.
I'm sorry.
It's going to be a split pot.
I thought he hit the king, not the queen at first. I didn't know he hit the same card.
I know I'm behind, I said.
Wow.
Yeah, we don't want to double.
I'm aware
We
I
don't
am.
want to double up the
Listen,
difference.
I already have half of this thing here, you know? It's all right. I like him. He's a good guy. He deserves a break.
83 bigs now for Joe Gola.
I have no animosity here against no one. I love everybody here. Except you.
Chad had him buried, but Joel snuck off.
Especially
Got off the hook.
What?
I said I love everybody here, especially
My
you.
favorite soccer club. I do not have a favorite soccer
Yeah, I
club.
agree.
Only
That's a
again,
question.
Still, sport, you know. And again, that's all.
I do like the Dallas Cowboys. In football. Real football.
2 million.
All right, we have Hyndi here raising 600,000. Ace Queen. Joel now 3 bets to 2 million. Now, do you like all of this?
I just think it was all in and call, if I heard it right.
Oh my goodness!
So
What is
Hyndi
happening?
is now playing a massive 23 million chip pot for the chip lead. All in is a 3-1
Mamma
favorite.
mia.
Seriously.
Holy!
Joel
to play.
3-bet snap calls the all in with the ace jack.
Again, well for me though.
And here we go. with the
I was
flop.
actually, I thought it was a really tough spot for Hyndi. I thought there was a lot of options
All
in play
right,
there.
Ace 5 deuce on the flop.
Where's the jack?
Turn card is a 6. Hyndi looking to double up here. And a jack on the river.
My
Oh my
goodness.
goodness.
Good game, good game.
Told you where's the jack. Now you understand?
Oof.
Wow.
Terrible for Hyndi. Hyndi Khomutetsky. What a great week.
And Chad and Anthony are just stunned at their pay jump here.
That is incredible. Joel Gola, jack on the river. And we're going to
Wow,
lose.
wow.
Hyndi Khomutetsky in 6th place.
Incredible bad beat.
Nice playing with you.
Takes it with
good game.
class.
Oh, my goodness.
Very disappointing. She will be back.
It's her biggest cash. She had a great week. She had a big stack for a lot of this tournament. And unfortunate there to be eliminated. She'll take home $127,000. And again, we'll see her in January, if not at the win first. Anthony Merlo now breathes a sigh of relief as he has the short stack at 7.3 bigs and $2,175,000. That's crazy.
Sometimes poker happens, right?
Yeah.
And you know, that's just the same concept that we were discussing earlier about ICM, and these guys are going to make a couple extra folds just in case, right? Just in case something like that happens. You know,
Anything good?
could have easily just been aces against kings or something like that, but laddering, it's money. Can't argue.
Joel now has $36 million in
You
chips.
guys are all richer by 50,000.
Chinese still the same, right?
Where's the thank you, Joe?
I've got 3.2, I think.
Goodness.
What about you?
What do you have? 21. There's about
Just
24 million in play amongst the other four. So the average stack amongst the rest is
11.
about 6 million, and Joel's got 6x that.
Whew. Goodness. These players are now
Seriously. Felt it coming too.
I did too, actually.
I did not
Guaranteed?
think it was coming, actually.
I thought I was going to
I'm gonna dab that up, too.
I thought I was like, I just like,
How much is that?
166,000 now
felt
for
so
fifth
clean.
It was
place.
Jedi shadows wheeling into the top of the deck.
Fourth place is all the way up to 220K
Yeah, I think you
also,
realize how
so
much
another 54K jump after this.
Can't let him get a massage again. Why? You got too relaxed yesterday.
That when
actually-
it started.
Yeah,
I'm thinking we
Joel
I'm
completed
thinking
the
we should
small
get
blind with the 10-8. Kevin took his option
No, this is how
to
he was playing on
1.1
day
million with
three,
the
though.
king
A lot
10.
more swinging.
Joel does make the
Yesterday he got a
call.
massage.
Check to the slow player friends.
9-4-3, 2 hearts. Joel does have the 10 of hearts in his hand. Oh, good bet. That would have been a good time to bet there. 4 on the turn.
600.
600,000.
Nice, Anthony.
Joel lets it go.
Gonna get it done.
I don't want to win every hand, just the last one. That's all I want.
God,
Last
he's already got his victory speech lined up.
Yes, he does.
There are those payouts we were discussing.
220 after that, 295, 395, and then 605, 100, including that seat to the WPT World Championship. Aram now with 10 deuce, the Doyle Brunson hand. Anthony, ace jack. This could be the hand he goes all in with.
All in.
He is.
There you go.
It's gone all in for
Maybe
$2,025,000.
without me.
Joel lets it go.
Faded the Joel buzzsaw.
Kevin looking at the clock, looking at the prize pool. And does let it go. Chad also folds. Anthony increases his chip stack here.
Gotta feel good.
I thought he was calling after the tank. I was,
Me
like,
too.
I was like, oh, there we go.
Got about 3/4 of the way there.
Yeah.
So you have like 9-10 suitors on there?
119 bigs for
Better.
Joel up top.
Wow.
That's what
Wow.
I had, 9-10 suited. No, I had 8-10. I had 9-10.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see you at the cage.
Yesterday went really long, Michael. We played up until about 10 o'clock at night, just playing from 16 down to 6. And like I said,
That is a very long day.
Yeah, at 7 players, like I said, everybody had the chips lead and everybody had been the short stack at some point. Joel now with ace 10 makes it.
Usually when that happens, it kind of
1.5.
destroys the structure a little bit, but there's still so much chips in play that.
Oh,
you know.
look at this. Ace 9 for Chad.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. One more time.
Oh man,
your
is
chance.
Joel literally going to talk him out of it?
Or talk him into it. We'll see.
He talked him
does.
out of it.
Yeah, he
I
talked-
knew he talked him out of
Listen
it
to
right
me.
there.
You don't need too long time. I'm in snap call. So you
I
don't-
assume you're gonna
Have
snap
another
call.
go
Yeah.
Now he's going to
But I
show
think
it.
I
That
might
would be
have
even
one
worse.
No, he has the ace of hearts again.
I know.
Won't happen again.
That's weird.
Don't show it, Joel.
What's
Don't
that?
show it.
Yeah.
Hold on here.
Listen,
You
I made a
don't
tight-
want
When you
people to
boss,
feel confident
you
and
gotta
feel
play
like
like a
they
boss.
You know, the real
Ace of
mistake
hearts
there was
3
just
times.
being
Even if I
confident before the
left
hand was
that,
over. You know,
I
and
might have-
I
I
really
might have
think
been
that
real
table
bad
talk
on
got
top.
Chad to make a really close
Yeah.
fold there that he was probably not going to fold otherwise.
You brought your own deck today?
Everybody's here. The whole entourage.
Ace of hearts 3 times.
Oh, you showed ace.
Yeah. I said if you have the ace of hearts again, it's going to be a problem.
Yeah. He told me, you have a heart? I said, yeah. He said, show me. I showed him. I never lie. In my age, I don't lie.
No need.
Okay, what was the other card? Since you never lie.
Better than 10.
Okay.
All right, good.
All right?
I feel good about my fold then.
We believe you.
That would technically be a lie, but
Put it in with
That's
ace
okay.
nine suited.
What's that?
Ace nine suited is me. Right there.
Just now?
Fold ace 9 suited?
Yeah, to the 5x.
You're sick. Even after seeing the queen 9 0 4x.
Well, I feel like it's.
You just
I
called
feel
it
like he's
queen
gonna,
9.
It just feels like he's gonna be just, you know, he's gonna have a cool off period.
Oh, you're waiting for him to cool. I see. Think he's still too hot.
five-handed action continues. We got a couple short stacks, a couple medium stacks, and one monster stack. And the threat of Joel's chips earns that walk. Close up of the Mike Sexton Cup.
Talked about that the other day. They posted a video of it when Mike Sexton actually won that at the playground. It was yeah, it was very emotional. He was very happy about that. He said that he's won a lot of bracelets and things, but that was the highlight of his career.
I recall that actually. That was really a fun moment in poker.
All right, Aram now with ace 8 wins this pot. $36,425,000. I just love this dynamic. You know, you've got pros against the Joes.
Yeah, yeah.
And the Joe, or Joel in this case, has all the chips, and I love
The
it.
Chads against the Joes.
So much fun to see. Joel now raises to 1.5 million with pocket threes. And look at this, Chad with threes.
This is funny.
I kind of hope he shoves a shove call. I would love to see that.
If you just say
It
here.
would add a lot of levity to the table. And actually, I hope that he shows it. This time, I do hope he shows it.
This is a really difficult spot for Chad. I think he's going to find a fold, if I'm being honest.
I mean, he still has Anthony in there. He's
Yeah,
got to fold that hand.
Yes, no, you don't have to waste time. Call it.
Please show it.
Call it in advance.
Oh, he didn't show it.
Yeah, you really sold it with that king queen suited. Hollywooded there.
I was close to folding.
I think you're right, Gilbert. Again, speaking to the people in the chat, I think Gilbert's right there. Yeah, Joel is here to gamble. I like it. Ace-7 for Anthony.
I'm always going to be on the play for the win side of that conversation.
And he does move all in.
Thank you, bro.
2,025,000.
Good man.
Hold it around. Let's see if anybody has anything to play. Aram's close. Queen 10.
Aram might peel one off here. See some 5.
If he knew what he had, would he call?
Definitely.
Okay. And he does use a time extension.
Yeah, I mean, this is a 8 big blind shove. It's like 7 blinds to call. Doesn't love it, but figures almost exactly what it is. Hopefully these live cards.
Joel's 75 years old, by the way.
Impressive.
Having the time of his life. He lets it
Lay
go.
down.
Anthony
Close
wins
one?
this one.
I'm a little
The bottom.
surprised.
Yeah, Aram said the bottom, so he's the bottom of where he was thinking about calling there.
You have a 10 in your hand?
No.
Okay. Then I'm happy. You have a queen in your hand?
No.
Okay.
I'm unhappy.
Pretty good one.
They just had to deal me the bottom there.
Kevin with
Could've
ace
called.
king,
I
Joel
could've.
a queen 8.
Deck read. You ever do that?
I've seen you do it many times.
Don't get
That's
impatient,
what
Joel.
Really? Oh, yeah. The one
He hasn't
against
played a
Reiner.
hand.
He
3
tried
hands.
to get
Yeah,
impatient with
you know,
that
I'm
ace
telling you, he
jack.
was super
Deck
patient
just didn't
yesterday.
agree with him.
Honestly, he was very patient yesterday.
Some guy just told me in the
He
bathroom
had
that
the
he took
lowest
his soul with
VPIP
ace deuce versus
of anybody
ace
at the table, which was
king.
cool
Deuce or something?
to see. Anthony
In this
folds.
Yeah.
Kevin wins this one.
Yeah, with like 40 left, he said. Said he like 4-bet jam ace deuce. Blind versus blind.
No.
Do what you
I didn't do that. Not
Jordan
this
Cutter
tournament,
coming
at
in
least.
here
Some guy
to
just said that in the-
change up some of those
He might
chips
have
for
meant
Joel.
like some tournament in the past.
No, he said this one. He said he just got 45th or something. Said blind versus blind. He had
40.
ace deuce of diamonds, I think. He had ace king. So he raised like 500K. I don't know what the blind was.
He might have. It just might have been a standard. I don't remember playing.
It probably was blind versus blind, but I don't know what the hell you're saying. Yeah. Said the river to deuce though, versus ace king. With 45 left in this tournament. You don't remember?
I mean, unless my memory is failing me.
I don't know.
No, I remember. It's funny. I had ace deuce of diamonds against Chance
Okay.
and limped, and he checked. I'm not remembering this one if it happened.
I don't know.
Confusing me for someone else. I don't know.
Maybe.
It is strange getting told about hands you played in that you don't remember.
Yeah, it's always interesting seeing someone like
1.8
play a
Chad?
hand and then they get the
1.7.
Okay. Yeah, no, of
You're
course.
back in
the
action here.
details wrong right after.
All right, another Queen 10 mirror match here. Kevin with the raise. Joel's going to defend the Queen 10 of diamonds.
Check to the razor. The boss. Boss Junior.
It's funny. I had an Uber driver the other day, and he clearly played some poker, and he was like, "No bluffing today, guys. Only premiums."
When I get in the
On the
Ubers,
way
I
to
don't-
day
I don't
3, I
even
was
sit
like,
and
"All right,
play.
that's actually pretty good advice."
Queen 10
hate
versus
telling the
Queen
Uber
10.
drivers
I always
to
like
play
these
poker.
hands when
Yeah.
they're the same. See how it
They love
plays
it.
out.
Who wants
Ones
it
in
more?
Vegas are
Yeah.
great. I played poker for 20 years.
Yeah, a lot of taxis.
And
in
Joel makes the
EPT
call here.
Barcelona.
I've never been.
Tell them, and they're like, who's the best? They're like, Malacca style,
Deuce on the turn.
Amadi. Where are you from?
I live in Jersey.
Yeah, your people.
I'm Italian.
Oh, okay. Nice. Have you
Kevin
been?
firing another one here
I've
on the
never
turn.
been. I'm going,
1.3
actually in
million.
June for the first time.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I was just there. I was only there 4 days, but yeah, Florence and then
Beautiful.
Naples.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I could live there. They don't have online poker though. Brutal. The taxes, yeah. Tax situation.
Where are you from?
I'm from Rhode Island, but I'm Armenian.
Okay.
Rhode Island, yeah, we're neighbors.
You live there now? You live in Vegas?
New
live in
Jersey,
Vegas.
you know where's New Jersey?
Close.
Jersey, Philadelphia, eh?
Yeah.
All my life, like 50 years.
Chad's
Yeah,
down to
some
5
family
big
in
blinds.
Right next, literally
Now,
3
everybody
minutes
know
from
me
Villanova.
Philly. Everybody know me Philly. I'm a big
What?
jeweler, big jeweler. So
Oh, okay.
everybody know me Jersey.
Hopefully for good reasons.
On TV, everything, big time.
Yeah. It's a good reason here.
Did like the table talk, you know. I hate the tables that aren't saying anything. So I do like to lay out as a commentator and let them say. And so we
That's
can
always
hear
been
what
my
they're saying.
stance too. I'm here to help the players highlight themselves. I'm not trying to make it about me too much.
Yeah. Again, Matt Savage here with Michael Lockie, here from the Seminole Hard Rock Rock and Roll Poker Open. It's always the longest names in tournaments in poker. Anthony has 300K to call. He does lay it down. Joel with Queen Jack makes the call. And Kevin checks. Do you like that limp from Joel in the small blind? I myself do
I'm a
not.
little surprised by it. I guess I don't necessarily care one way or another. It just surprises me based on the way he's been playing otherwise.
Yeah, he's going to bet this one and win it right away. So same result.
And I got the 2026 Lucky
Call in
Hearts
pre-flop, you
Poker
call?
Open schedule pulled up here.
Yeah, you got to
What day does it begin and when does the championship start?
Of course.
Tuesday, January
Close one,
6th is the opening event.
Yeah, king, if not in trouble.
Big 300 opener. The weekend event is the 600 with a 2 million guarantee.
For you.
Fast forward a little
You're calling?
bit.
Was I calling?
Friday,
Looks like you
January
called,
the
yeah.
16th
Said he
is
called me.
the Lucky Hearts Poker Open World Poker Tour main event. 3 million guarantee, 3,500 buy-in.
It's not an instant call like I call him.
Plays all the way down
That was a snap
to
call.
January
Yesterday we went home, I
21st
watched
for that
it,
final
all big
table.
cards. 97% was 4-5. How can I give it a fucking credit? I call.
Is that rain or the AC?
AC? We're just playing in the tent right now.
Seriously,
Canopy.
I got it.
Joel
made
raises
it a
on the
million?
button with the ace-3. Made it a full million. Yeah, Chad just had to pay his big blind ante, so he lost
ours?
600K of his
Oh my God.
Just
1.7.
What the
diamonds.
hell's going on?
Nothing going on. Just good guys have to win.
break that
Chad down to 1.1 now in the small blind. Anthony's going to be under the gun with his 2 million.
I don't know. Where come from this? It's
Yeah.
falling. Yeah, it's falling on the thing.
They need a new AC.
It's worse than water.
It's like black stuff.
Just breathing in toxic mold, right?
Yeah, no, actually. Actually.
Just black mold, no big deal.
Oh, interesting spot for Anthony here. This would be an easy shove under normal circumstances.
All in.
He is
he
going
does
to go
move all
for it.
in. 2,025,000. The last three shoves have all been the same amount, 2,000 or 2,025,000. Joel with Jack 7 does let it go.
Oh, wow.
Oh, Chad makes the call quickly with tens, and it's 8s versus 10s.
Oh, my Lord.
Feel good about this one, Chad.
I got 1.1.
Chad's
gotta be a red 8 out
actually
there somewhere.
all-in player here, so Chad looking to double up and leave Anthony super short.
Make sure
When two
everything
become
comes
one,
back
we
up.
call this.
Yes, exactly.
Three side red at least to make it sweaty. All right, 3 side red.
I want you to win.
Me too.
Cheer for you. Oh, yeah. See, I told you, Black. Crossing now.
Clean flop for Chad. 8-5-4 with a couple
You want any
clubs.
sweat? That's not fair. Put an 8 then. Ooh.
And there's the 10, locking it up for Chad. 3 of a kind.
1.1.
A nice double up for
Ace
Chad
king.
Eveslage.
Yeah, ace king.
Yeah.
Timing is everything.
Had it.
And Anthony's about to be in the big blind again this next hand coming up, so that's going to be a tough run for him.
Yes, there are those that have asked me to get it so we reduce the ante at the final table that it's not big blind ante. And I disagree. I think big blind ante should be it all the way to the end. I think it adds more excitement to the table, and it actually helps the structure, in my opinion.
I don't have a strong opinion about that. If anything, I'd prefer the antes to be bigger throughout the tournament than smaller, and I don't feel the need. I mean, people have pitched like going back to individual antes at the final table. I think that's silly too. There's no reason for it.
Joel folds. Kevin now raises to 700,000. We are at 150, 300,000. Aram now with Queen 7. He makes the call. Anthony 9 deuce. Oh, it's a tough spot for him.
He's basically all in already. I think he's got a fraction of a big blind back, so that's probably part of the reason Aram called here. Maybe check it down against Anthony. There's no real incentive. Well, he is going to fold.
He is going to fold, and I think that's because of the big blind ante. Now he collects the full ante after that. So we have Queen 7 versus King 10. And the flop is a Jack 8-3.
Aram feels so annoyed right now that he wasted this pre-flop call.
Absolutely. A 4 on the turn.
I'm a little surprised Kevin didn't bet. Another check from Aram. Kevin checks back. Tray pairs on the end. King high is still the best hand.
And Faraz Jaka has entered the room. We're going to have Faraz come in. A little commentary. Joel Gola, 36,825,000. Aram Zobian with 10 million. Kevin with 10 million. Chad 2 million, and Anthony Merlo with 325,000. Chad now with jacks. Aram 7-8 spades. Welcome, Faraz Jaka. He's all in with 10-8.
What's up, everyone?
Hey, Faraz, this table looks a little different than it did when you last saw it. Look at this.
Down to 5, got an all in here.
Chad and Anthony were in 5 big blind hell for a little while. Chad just got out.
Wow, look at Joel, 36 million. He's mashing.
I had to leave the commentary booth yesterday. What happened at the end of the day? Ross, can you fill us back in? How did Joel ended up as a chip leader? I didn't see the final hands.
I'm blanking.
So you're gonna wake up again.
Well, he busted Hyndi today early on. Ace, queen, ace, jack, all in pre, and Hyndi caught or Joel caught a jack on the river to bust Hyndi. It was pretty amazing.
Okay, yeah, end of the night. So Nenad had a big all-in versus, I believe it was Joel, and then he was down to maybe 9 big blinds or so. Then a couple hands later, he flatted from the big blind in a 3-way pot, flopped a straight flush draw, and just led jam, like a very big one, like maybe 2x the pot or something. Got called by top pair, and that was the end. So he got into like 2 back-to-back flips with him and lost both of them.
He started the day as a chip lead, and now he's the massive chip leader. And now Joel's calling with ace 8. Anthony's all in with ace 9 off suit. We'll see how this hand plays out, but Anthony looking to triple up here.
I check your blind, okay?
How much is? He had 175. So it's 350 times 4, 700 to the middle plus the hand.
There's 9. Oh, what? 1 million in the middle here? Or that's the side pot. 1 million on the side, I believe. 7, 6, 3 on the flop. Check, check, and 3 on the turn. A check. And Aram checks. And the river card is a deuce, so ace 9 is going to win the pot for Anthony, and he is going to triple up. And Joel wins the side pot.
Now, when you're the big stack,
smile a little bit.
it's not the worst thing when a small stack doubles up and stays
Right.
in. You get to run over the table. They're all handcuffed. And you get in a lot of weird situations where if someone raises and you're in the big blind with even a hand like jacks or queens, like you might want to just flat, right? There's a 3.3 big blind stack sitting there. So you're going to have a very polarized kind of 3-bet strategy, you know, something where it's maybe just aces or kings and some ace-x, king-x blockers.
Even on Hindi's bust-out hand, where she opened under the gun ace-queen, Joel 3-better under the gun 1, and she just 4-bet ripped it because it kind of was a spot where, like, she didn't want to play, and it kind of was a big 4-bet jam. And he ended up just snap-calling it with the ace-jack and just drilling it.
Wow.
Aram raises here and wins it with pocket 9s.
Do you remember how many big blinds that was for?
It was about 12 million effective, so it was about 40 each.
Wow, that's a lot of chips.
And that's how
And he, like,
Joel-
beat her in there, too. Like,
Yeah.
Game ace on the flop, blank on the
Be hard to
turn,
fold the
jack on
bottom
the river. Brutal.
Maybe I just wake up.
Yeah, one option people forget about at these
still
final
bottom,
tables
though.
is,
You know,
you could just 4-bet fold with some of those hands, ace queen, ace jack, and
I think a lot of people don't have 4-bet fold
Yeah.
as an option, and like
Yeah.
you see that with sizing sometimes in 4-bets, where a lot of times players aren't willing to take that
Yeah.
initiative and leave their flop sizing.
yeah,
or,
you
like,
could really get into these kind of click wars at final tables because your tournament life is so valuable. You don't want to get into last chips too liberally.
Under the gun here, Anthony folds king deuce.
Wow.
And
There
Aram
we go.
shows ace to Anthony,
Nice hand.
showing that he made a good fold there with his king.
I had 2 under.
Anthony's about to lose 30% of his stack to the big blind.
Yeah, and we talked about this a little bit yesterday, but with this big blind ante format, you have to be willing to jam a little bit lighter when you're under the gun, and the big blind's about to hit you because you're literally going to lose a big blind to the ante that doesn't play for
It
you.
affects the mass so much.
Yeah.
And you watch players take the big blind with like 3 and 4 bigs all the time, and it just kills their equity.
Big argument on our side is big blind ante first or ante first or big blind first. Ante first is correct, but we've decided to go with big blind first. So if you have less than a big blind, you can still win the ante, and you can win the amount from every other player as well. Technically incorrect, but for some reason we've decided to do that.
I really just think that it's a player-friendly translation.
Player friendly for who?
For
the one
amateurs,
player?
No, for the amateurs that don't understand it.
Nonsense. That's nonsense. It's unfriendly for the other people at the table. It's friendly for short stacks. And since when do we want to be
good?
friendly to short stacks?
Always.
Create some crazy comeback
That
stories.
10-3 was ridiculous, huh?
Sometimes you gotta go.
Another reason why leaving a
That was
single
one,
chip
that was one
behind.
mistake I wish I could take back though, because I gave
is
the
a
wrong
scourge.
4 million chips for free.
Yeah, the one chip behind thing is interesting. I actually
you-
recently
you
put out a
love me on the
reel
last
about
700.
why you should strategically leave one chip behind.
was a
But
very
most
disciplined
people are
fold
doing
for
it at the wrong time. They
8%
don't even know why they're doing it. Like there's a strategy with doing it on the river, but like doing it on the turn and the flop and pre-flop, like doesn't really make a difference unless
exactly.
you're doing it for stalling, which I don't like. I don't encourage that. But doing it on the river usually doesn't cause any issues, no confusion, no one flipping over their cards too early.
All right, he's all in here for 400,000 with king 9. Joel with Queen 7 of clubs will make the call.
So he's in less than two bigs here.
Yeah. Yeah, he just had $1 million and he folded his big blind.
Oh, wow.
Flop is a jack and a 9 and a 4. Anthony with king high. Kevin decides to bet here. Do you like the bet? Try to knock out another player there?
There is a side pot, 600K, I think.
Anthony in the lead. Turn card is deuce.
Ooh. 5.
Ooh.
Action's done, right? We're all in. Okay.
Yeah, 5 would be a straight. It's
close.
4.
Two sides.
Nines hold up. Anthony triples up again.
Man, that's okay.
You asked if you like the bet or not. I mean, I could argue both sides sometimes. I mean, there's times where it's based on kind of what my opponent's tendencies are going to be and things of that nature.
You're
too.
at 1-5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're kind of looking at, how
220 is a lot
valuable
nicer
are
than
the chips in the
166,
pot
right?
you're going to win compared to how
166
valuable
like
getting this pay
220.
jump is.
220.
Wow.
Let's say you have 80 big blinds, someone else has 100, and everyone else is short. Then I'm kind of focused more on the pot. Let's say I'm 30 big blinds and a bunch of people are similar to me. Now I care a bit more about the pay jump, and I'll play a little bit more passively to just try to get the guy knocked out, whether it's me or the other person. I don't care as much about the chips.
Anthony back to 1.5 million. Aram folds. Now a fold from Anthony. Joel is going to raise here with 10-7 and take the pot.
I like the raise. I mean, in that spot, you can really raise close to any two. The big blind's so handcuffed when you got 2 short stacks like this.
Chad's even had to make a couple of those folds already that we know he has to do, and he knows he has to do, but he grimaces as he's doing it. Him and Anthony have been battling his short stacks for a while.
BJ from the chat says, giving extra benefits to short stacks is like putting extra money on free parking in Monopoly. Unnecessary and stretches out the game. We had a literal 2-hour argument about that at the TDA Summit. It's ridiculous. Basically, it came down to I wanted everybody to do it the same. Even if it's incorrect, I'd rather have everybody do it the same. So,
I do think more consistency across all the casinos and tours would be nice.
Yeah. The problem was that
we take it in the right manner.
WSOP and the EPT were doing it that way, so WPT and others kind of had to do what we could to make it the same. Even though a lot of the tournament directors and card managers fought it, I had to go against my own wishes, which I've done on the TDA from time to time.
I think you ultimately made the right choice.
Nah.
Even if I'm more on your side
disagree.
in the argument, and I agree with your stances on it.
Yeah. Joel here with pocket 5s. Anthony with king 4.
800.
And this is a spot where he literally could just jam if he wants to. Small blind's just so handcuffed.
Do you like
wanted to hear
folding king there on the button if you're Anthony?
Kevin's on the button.
Oh, he was
right?
on the button. He was,
Anthony had king what?
king 4.
King 4.
Offsuit.
And the big blind's hitting him this hand.
Next
No,
hand.
Joel opened the button and Kevin had it in the small blind, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And I think that is a pretty easy fold. These guys are so short now that Kevin and Aram just have to wait around a lot.
What's the minimum you're going to call with here? Or go all in with?
For who?
Under the gun, if you're Anthony.
Gun here. Let's see. Yeah, this is king 10. I mean, I think he's gonna have to put that in.
Yeah, that one I'm definitely in with.
Yeah, I mean, you're basically just playing a game of like, how can you outlast Chad?
All in.
So
Yeah, he's going to lose 600K next hand.
Yeah.
No matter what.
And Chad's the thing is, Chad's just gonna wait him out too. He's not gonna put it in too liberally.
Okay, so if you're Kevin here, are you raising or are you just, again, calling?
Call.
Yeah, there we go. One more time. Concentration.
Ace Queen versus King 10. Anthony looking to double up plus on this
I
pot.
don't think caller isolated made a giant difference there. Aram's kind of handcuffed with
Ace
this
queen.
choice.
Honest man.
And the flop is Queen 8-4. Queen 8-4. Top pair for Kevin. Anthony needs now one of 4 jacks. It didn't happen. We're going to lose Anthony Merlo. He is our 5th place finisher.
I hit a fucking flop.
166,000 for his efforts.
I guess you would have got him when he had
Are you happy now?
Hey, man. Yeah, thank you.
Great playing with you.
Chad, you
Yeah,
took
and you're
20. You
asking-
happy?
I'm happy now.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, and I think, where he shoved that king 10, probably most of your suited kings are going to be going with, most of your Broadway combos. Probably any pair.
I don't think I hit anything.
Chad now the short stack with 6.8 bigs.
Queen
and
9 suited.
guaranteed
Yeah.
at least 220,000. Again, first place.
Now, if Chad wasn't short,
605.
if Chad wasn't short and you didn't have anyone to wait for, then you'd be putting it in
Much more aggressive.
close to any 2 almost at 3 big
big.
blinds. Any 2 suited for sure. So it just turns into kind of weird mental gymnastics when you got the other short stack there.
Not expect
No
Joel to
rush.
King 5 in the big blind there.
295 is a lot better than 220, though.
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
220 is but
You have the same
295
problem we got. Great.
295 is nice.
So now if you're Joel in this
The goalpost
situation,
was
It's just,
moving
it's just
so
how I am,
fast.
dude.
you want to recognize that Aram and Kevin are just handcuffed. They have such an easy pay jump to wait for Chad.
280.
So you get to put a lot of pressure
Yeah, he
on
should
them.
be absolutely
What do you
relentless against them. I'm not sure that he's going to
Yeah,
play
the
that way
breakout
because he
thing,
hasn't
right?
necessarily been so far.
Yep.
He's just been kind of playing his
my
game,
crosses.
right? Not
Yeah.
taking advantage of those particular spots.
Yep.
Why is that?
Because you're the next shortest.
Next biggest.
Yeah, I was going to be a little surprised to see him open the jack 8 there.
Further on the one chip behind, Derfish said the same. Said people are using it incorrectly so often that it's actually become more annoying that people don't even understand the reason they're doing it.
Yeah.
They're doing it early in tournaments
Yeah.
when it
Pre-flop.
doesn't really
Yeah,
necessary.
most of the issues that come from it come from people doing it at the wrong time, and then
Right.
that causes confusion and errors, and people flip their hands up too early. It's really
Whatever happened to accepted action in that situation?
Well, I'm actually writing a long article about it right now.
I mean, I think it's very reasonable to use it on the river. You get to save your tournament life, and it doesn't cause any issues.
I can argue with
Everywhere
that.
else, it causes issues. Yeah.
These cards are tough.
it still causes issue even on the river, though.
I think so.
Definitely
like
players
this
turn their
stuff, so
cards
the way I
up
look, I don't
too
like
early. You see somebody pushing chips forward, and you can't really tell that they have one chip behind. So I expose my cards too early. Now one of the rules is if you expose your cards too early with action pending, you're supposed to get a penalty. Who do you penalize? Sometimes the player that leaves the one chip behind turns their cards up too early, and then what do you do?
Yeah.
In that situation, I'm going to write about all of it. There's reasons why dealers and floor people need to pay more attention and understand what they need to do if they see that or if things like that happen. So I'm going to try and lay all of that out. Maybe I'll reach out to you so you can
Sure.
read the reasons. The strategic reasons
Yeah.
are correct. There are multiple
Yeah.
strategic reasons to leave one chip behind,
Yeah.
and it's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's really no way to remove it, unfortunately.
All right, Joel here with ace-9 of clubs. He did raise, and he got 3-bet by Kevin with ace-4. Joel's making the call.
Very curious how this one
Battle of the two
Yeah,
big stacks
this
here.
is a ballsy 3-bet with, well, he's in position at least.
And the flop is queen 7-6. no clubs.
I want to say
2
Kevin's
hearts.
biggest cash was like 25,000 also.
Yeah, he was really fun to watch yesterday. He was really going for it, not afraid. Not going to be the easiest board for ace-9 of clubs here.
How many you got? It's 4?
6, 5. Oh, almost
5
7.
stack? 7.
Joel's maybe fishing for information here.
Yeah.
At least I hope so.
He may be aware here that he's a bit handcuffed. Let's see if he wants to do anything.
He's
Nope.
not going to. He's going to let it go.
Nice hand.
Yeah, it's hard without even at least a club on the board.
Kevin wins a nice one there.
It's definitely going to help his odds of victory.
Yeah, and if you're Kevin here on the button facing an open, just whatever the normal 3-bet range would be, you're just going to use that same strategy but shift it to much stronger hands. You know, you might take a hand like ace-10 off and make that your 3-bet fold hand. Your ace-x suited, your king-10, your king-jack. And if you feel like you have a huge edge on the player post-flop, then you can, you know, get a little bit wider.
Kevin is continuing to raise free here. Raises to 700,000.
Nice hand.
And even though he's second in chips, he's using his big stack to his advantage here against Chad.
Now he's chipped up to almost 16 million here, and that is significant. Something I'm always doing at the final table. I'm trying to understand what my risk premium is versus different players. And if you look at Kevin's stack, if he doubles off Joel, that puts Joel all the way down to 15, 16 million. So that's a significant hit. Whereas if Joel loses to Aram, it's not as big of a deal. You know, he's still going to be at 24K.
Sorry.
It would still be one of 4 even if you doubled Aram up.
Yeah. So Kevin is very dangerous to Joel.
Yep.
And no one else is dangerous to Joel. So Joel does have to be careful playing pots with him now. And just understanding that tells you how tight you need to play versus different players.
3.5. 3.5 million.
That was a limp
Can you break
raise.
that for me, please? Oh, it's fine.
King Jack limp raise.
Yeah, I think that's what happened. Just trying to follow the action.
Am I?
Yeah, and on the flip side, when you have a risk premium advantage on another player, you get to flat them really wide from the big blind, or even in position because they're just handcuffed post flop.
What's your mom gonna say?
She's probably watching right now. She's like, how did you lose?
Where do you live? In
I live here, but I'm from Indiana originally.
Indiana?
Yeah.
Nice. $700.
Call.
Sorry.
When these two stacks are up against each other, they're both really incentivized to play passive against each other. So you might
800.
check some hands you normally would bet, even if you have a pair that normally wants to get value.
Joel does bet 800,000 and quick call from Kevin.
And I like the bet with the queen 9. You don't have any showdown value. You have some good back
And
doors.
there's a 9. Joel is taking the lead here. And there's a 10 for a straight
Wow.
for Kevin.
Surprise.
What do I got? 1.1?
1.1.
Here we go.
Straight.
Nice. Yeah.
Joel missed a bet on the turn here.
You have 2 straight.
Potentially.
I have nothing, right? What do I got? Nothing? Nice.
And Joel played his hand great. You got up at the flop with no showdown.
That'd be awesome.
You're going to check that turn once you have second pair.
I thought that's
And
what
river is such
happened.
a small bet.
You get 2-8, so you get 2 straight.
Save it straight to the jack. Straight.
I mean, I had a dangerous hand. I need that 8.
Chad holding on for dear life.
Yeah, I mean, he's at the point now where it's going to be really hard for, it's even hard for like a queens versus ace king setup because people might play passively.
Yep.
These guys are aware enough to do that. So you're going to be...
Joel can't be a participant in that, unfortunately, because
Yeah.
it's going to go very quickly in that scenario.
Yeah, so Chad's going to have to shove, fairly close to Chippy V at this point. There's not really much ICM into play for him.
Aram looks him up here. Queen 7 versus 8-9 for Aram.
This is huge if Chad doubles here because now he's getting, because he's taking the chips off of Aram,
Yep.
which is a big deal.
Flop is a 9 and a king and a 4. Chad down to 3 outs, needing a queen. A 6 on the turn.
All right, good game, guys.
8 on the river, and
Yep,
that's
good
it.
luck.
Chad
That's
Eveslage
220 for you.
has been eliminated.
Great job, man. Really.
Yeah, good luck.
You're one of the best.
Joel says you got 220,000, which is correct.
Yeah, and if you're Chad, you shove, you get it in their head. Like, that's literally as good of a spot as you could ask for against the right guy. Unfortunate for him, he couldn't hold.
And we're down to the final 3.
Great run, Chad.
The next prize is 295,000.
And now we're back to no short stacks.
Trying to take it.
So we're going to get to see some post-flop play here now coming up, which is going to be fun.
What's the line now? 3?
There is a little bit less and less ICM as you get shorter handed. And again, ICM is your incentive to wait for pay jumps. Just because there's less people to wait for, right? When you're 9-handed, there's 8 people to try to outweight. And when you're 3-handed, there's only 1 person to outweight. So less reason to play tight because of ICM. But it does still exist. It's still prevalent, just the magnitude is less.
King 4 versus King 3. If this hand plays to the river, very likely chop pot, but we'll see how it plays.
Most likely a stolen pot.
That's correct. Jack 6-5 on the flop.
36 outs.
A 7 on the turn. Both players now with a straight draw.
1 million.
Joel just ripping it out there, making the call. And the river is an 8, which does make a straight for Kevin. Check for Joel. That's 3 million and no call. Kevin chipping up here. Joel chipping down. With the elimination of Chad Eveslage, we will have a new name on the WPT Champions Cup. Aram Zobian with the clear most experience here of the final 3 players.
The ante is still big blind ante or small blind ante here?
Please tell me nobody's reducing it to small blind ante.
People are.
Who and why? It's a big blind ante, as it should be. Who's reducing it?
I don't remember which operators. I've definitely heard of small blind ante out there.
Awful.
Just at the final table. They're just when it gets short-handed.
Awful. I want to know who's doing it so I can get them to stop.
I've not heard of that, but for us, it definitely travels more than me.
It is the big blind, as it should be. There should be no reduction, in my humble opinion. Aram now with 12 million. He still has plenty of chips to maneuver here, yeah?
There's a lot of chips in play still.
Yeah. Blinds 150, 300,000. He's got 40 bigs. Joel raises to 800,000. Aram makes the call. Flop is queen. Trey deuce. 2 spades. Joel with the 7-5 of spades. Joel continues to bet. When Joel had 36 million, having his foot on the gas seemed to make sense. But now, do you think he needs to change that up?
He still gets to put a decent amount of pressure. I mean,
3 of spades on the turn.
You just look at Aram's stack and you ask yourself, how easy is it going to be to outweight Kevin? And I'd say there's a reasonable chance you could outweight him. And that tells you how aggressive Joel gets to be.
River card is a 7, pairing Joel.
He's probably going to get paid here.
2 million?
Yeah.
How much? Go. 7. Nice.
And totally reasonable call by Joel. When you're shorthanded, the ranges are super wide. It's hard to make a pair.
I was going to say, if he had checked the queen there, I thought he was going to get unlucky that Joel made a 7 because he was probably going to just show it down instead of bluff with it.
Yeah, a lot of people don't bluff enough after they go check, check, turn. They're kind of scared to bluff the river. Good players will do it. You know, they're balanced. So I think it makes sense for Aram to not expect him to bluff enough if he checks the river there. I'd say people start to switch it up quite a bit when it gets shorthanded because a lot of people...
There's a flip that switches at some point, right? Especially from 3 to 2. The heads up, there's your opponent just changes style completely sometimes.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people haven't studied three-handed heads up, so it's just kind of street poke.
Yeah, they're wigging it completely.
Yeah, and they're just like, oh, I need to fight for pots. And the kind of fundamentals go out the door.
It's a great way to put it.
Aram now with a big raise here. Raise to 3.5. Joel, who we know wanted to play this spot, is now out of it.
That's a good
and Aram will
three-bet
win the
candidate
pot.
there.
Again, Aram has a ton of success online and live. No titles, no bracelets, no WPT titles, but a lot of success at PGT and, as you know, a lot of success online. So he's played a lot of poker in big spots.
That experience can definitely matter. You know, these other 2 players really haven't had any sort of spot like this before, or anything close for that matter.
All right, making some action here as Joel has ace queen of clubs up against king 9.
And now
Kevin.
the stacks are all getting very close together, so the ICM factor is very high on everyone. And this is where everyone's incentivized to play a little bit tighter and hope the other 2 collide and bust each other.
$2.4.
This is something we've seen a few times since yesterday. People using strongish hands from the big blind as 3-bet bluffs.
7.5.
Wow, 7.5, he said.
Yeah, if I'm Kevin, I would just be calling this. It's just too good of a hand. You know, you don't want to waste it. You know, take a hand like king 6 off and do this play, and then you don't feel bad that you wasted a good hand like that.
Yeah, he was still in position too.
And yeah, totally right idea. You know, get to 3-bet, get to put pressure, but I would just use a different hand. Well, Kevin was big blind, right?
It was small big, yeah.
Oh, small big, okay. But yeah, good heuristic there. Just when you're bluffing, use a hand that you don't mind wasting. When you have kind of a middling hand, just call. So you end up 3-betting your top of your range and kind of the bottomish of your range and call the middle.
All right, this is going to be a break, and 2 and 400,000 when we come back. We come back with Joel Gola as a chip leader, 28,200,000. Aram Zobian and Kevin Nee close behind. All right, we are back three-handed here from the Seminole Hard Rock in Hollywood, Florida with the Rock and Roll Poker Open. This is the championship for the World Poker Tour. 1,224 entries started. We're down to the final three. Joel Gola, our chip leader, with 28,200,000. Action has been fast and furious right now. And again, 28 million, 17 million, and 15 million. What are the ICM implications now?
I'd consider everyone very close together. You know, when the short stack can double up and be chip leader, that just tells you how close and tight this race is.
Definitely.
Sometimes people are sitting there with that 15 million thinking they're behind, and you're not. Not at all.
Looking at you.
Even if you had 10 million here, it's anyone's game. People do panic way too much, thinking they're shorter than they are, underestimating how quickly they can go from short stack to chip leader.
You're definitely right about that. It's also another form of like upstuck, where if they like get a big stack early in the tournament, you know, the first 5 levels, and then like in level 7 they only have like 2 starting stacks, and they're just like panicking when it's like, hold on, let's recalibrate here.
So we got a open with 10s, small blind ace-5 3-bet, nice blocker hand. It's gonna jam and take it down. And yeah,
You didn't know it was on you?
On what you were saying about people panicking.
Waiting for you to go.
Waiting for me, huh?
I think a big mistake people do is they pay too much attention to average stack, and that makes you feel like you're behind and you need to do something to catch up. Just pay attention to how many big blinds you have. That tells you how urgent you need to play.
Worry about your table, worry about the chips around you. You know, that average stack is a very deceptive number that kind of creates panic.
It just, I mean, it matters like when there's ICM, the bubble, you know, the final table, but earlier in the tournament, it doesn't matter
that much. I agree.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say it doesn't matter at all, but I think for the average player there that's not a pro, that kind of causes more harm than good.
Yeah, the reality is, what do you actually do with that information? You don't actually change anything. You just you just log it to kind of understand where you are in the grand scheme of things.
Well, when there's ICM involved and at the final table, it's good to be aware of the average stack, because that changes how liberally you might want to get in your chips.
Sure.
Like, let's say you're playing a tournament where the average stack is only 15 big blinds. Then that's really valuable. And in a spot you might normally, you know, raise call 15 big blinds, you're going to be a lot tighter here because that's worth so many chips. So it makes a difference in that sense. But again, that's near the bubble or near the final table.
1 million.
Another thing is you're down to 4 big blinds and you double. You don't just double from 4 to 8. You know, you get the blinds, you get the antes. Sometimes there's someone raised and there's dead money. It's like really easy to go from like 4 to 15 big blinds, then you double up in your 30 big blinds, and now you're chip leader. Got Kevin betting here with second pair, strong kicker. Aram's floating with king high. He's got a backdoor straight jaw. Not a great turn card for Aram.
It was a direct gutter on the flop.
Oh yeah, it's a good shot.
Still
Yeah,
not fantastic.
Yeah.
Couple quick pots for Kevin here to kick things back off.
Yeah, another thing you touched on was people getting frustrated when they go from big stack to a small stack. You know, when you have a huge stack, you get super excited. You start texting all your friends, you know, about your stack. Now, it's only natural in poker. You're going to get some bad beats, some coolers, and before you know it, half that stack's gone. And you got to stay focused. It's just part of the game.
One hand at a time. Yeah,
but the more excited you get, the crappier you're going to feel when you have the inevitable downswing.
Yeah,
so
you're
if you
right.
could stay even keel, then you don't have that emotional downswing. Another thing I like to do is when I just went from chip leader down to like 20 bigs, I just say, I just like close my eyes, meditate, breathe a little bit, and I'm like, What if I just went from 4 big blinds to this stack?
Sure, it's the
I
different
would feel
mindset.
on
You're,
such
you're
a
all
high.
excited about these 20 big blinds.
I'd feel
in that
such a
sense.
high.
It's-
So
yeah.
just hack yourself into that.
I find it so easy just to say, I've got this many chips to start this hand. Whatever happened before,
Yeah.
you know, it's just,
Yeah.
there's
Sunk
nothing you can
cost.
control.
Sunk cost.
Joel raised this little turn bet here. King 7.
Maybe a little bit of a protection raise, trying to charge some draws.
$6 million.
Ooh, he's going to go for it. Wow. That's an overbet.
This would be a hell of a hero call.
Joel putting him to the test here.
6 into 4, huh?
Gets it through.
Or not.
At least while I've been watching, I haven't seen Joel do an overbet like that. Have you?
No.
No.
Not. I mean, that's kind of a unique spot, but you know, having error
Yeah.
on a board like that where he's bluffing on the turn, but no, nothing even close to that.
Nice on Joel being aware of, you know, his image and taking advantage of it there. Not that he hasn't shown he's capable of bluffing, but not, at least not with an overbet like that.
Yeah, I'm curious what kind of hands Aram could have called him with there. That would have been a real tricky spot.
Yeah, I mean, in these spots, when you're playing against someone who's playing a little more unorthodox, it,
800.
you know, sometimes it's really game flow and read dependent.
You're right. You're
you
right.
know?
It's 100. Yes. I can feel that exactly. You just, especially if at a final table, by the time you're three-handed, you've at least played with them at some point in the tournament. You know, getting down, you do get a feel for a lot of their, you know, attitude and spots and the way they conduct themselves.
900.
Call.
So a bit of an air ball from Joel and 2 pair from Kevin here.
$3.5.
Oh boy.
Looks like got a little rush from getting that bluff through. Wants to keep it going now. Unfortunately, it's going to be
And
bad
this is
timing
an
here.
awesome just flat call here on both streets here, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, a lot of people rush to raise in spots where they just
Ooh.
don't have any bluffs. Oh, wow. That's actually the one card that his bluff might work on if he keeps
That
it
is
going
a very
here.
rough run out for Kevin.
I kind of like doing a big bet after you just did a big bet. It might look like he's trying to appear like he's bluffing, but he's actually really strong. So I like that he's using a bigger size here.
God, the pair of fives changes everything. for
It
Kevin.
does.
This is
There was
such
just,
a
like,
hard- this
no
is
way-
Such a terrible run out. He had him exactly where he wanted him.
There was like no card that was going to get Joel to fold except for a queen or a 5.
This would be a very big call if he makes it.
Agreed. It's a very tough call, and it looks like he's very deeply considering it.
Got to take inventory. Got to see what it's like if you lose. Probably got to check Aram stack out, see how you stack up.
And it's smart he's doing these bluffs so close together because no one's seen the stream. No one knows that he just
Time banks is
made that play. He has a nice stack of time banks, and this is the hand you need them for.
Yes.
Makes the
He
call.
does make the call.
Huge call for Joel.
Wow.
9.
Big call for Kevin. Joel bluffs it off with the 10 high.
That was some poker, folks. Big bluff, big hero call. I said from the beginning,
God,
this
that's
was
such
going
a good feeling.
Yeah.
That's such a good feeling.
I said from the beginning, this was going to be a great final six to watch. These guys are not scared to go for it. Not a single person at this table was afraid to make plays like that.
Huge call from Kevin Nee. Now our chip leader, 35 million, just about 36.
I like the heart from both players there.
Yeah. Well, it's what got you here, Joel. You can't be mad at yourself now.
Yeah.
You know, that heart's what got you here. Probably just hurt more because the fives gave him a chance to actually get it through.
Aram picks up a straight flush draw here in the big blind. Good spot to start betting, start getting your opponent off some high cards. Looks like he doesn't want to go for it.
$2 million.
Any thoughts on this spot?
I mean, I would have preferred to start betting the
Sure.
flop. I just think you're going to give yourself more opportunities to get him off a hand. You know, a jack high, queen high, king high. Ace high is obviously going to call the flop at least. And then on the turn, you decide if you want to barrel or not. You just want to avoid getting check shoved on, so that's where you're thinking about the stack depth. But I think something like this just happens a little too often where...
I was kind of wanting to find a raise on the turn. Just because if we did check it back, we're just going to end up with 6 high so often.
I mean, the risk with raising the turn, though, is that if you get jammed on, you're getting blown off so much
I also
equity.
never would have been in this spot by checking the flop, so, I'm struggling with the
so
turn as well.
in these turn spots where there's a risk of getting jammed on because it's shallow enough, you want to raise like your gut shots and don't better raise your open-ended and your flush draws because there's just too much equity to
That's
get blown
fair.
off of. So that's a good, simple heuristic to remember. Raise your gut shots, not your open-ended and flush draws. If there's a risk of getting jammed on.
If I'm raising turn, it's probably just the 9 million all in. I don't know that I have a 4.5 million or anything.
One more.
Definitely been some fun hands. Mr. Kevin picked off a really big bluff from Joel, where
Yeah, that was
he
a
flopped
fun
2
one.
pair and got counterfeited, and it ended up with only second pair instead of bottom 2, and still made the call. And
I missed the flop action on that. Did you see it?
yeah, no, it was 10-6 high on queen 9-4, and it just went bet, bet, bet.
Okay.
Aaron with 10-4. Kevin with 5-4. Kevin's out of there. And Joel's going to get a walk. 40 million in chips, nearly for Kevin. So now if you're Joel, what are you doing with your chip stack?
With Joel, you're trying to outweight Aram.
Yeah.
That's it?
But, I mean, it doesn't mean you don't play any hands. You know, you need to recognize when you have a hand that needs to jam it in.
Joel now 10-9 versus 10-9.
And he's pretty deep. So, I mean, you know, he's not shallow enough to just rejam right now. 40 bigs almost.
So it's raised to 1.2, and Kevin makes the call.
Oh, sorry.
One more, brother.
So yeah, if you're Joel, you know, you might have some pocket pairs that normally would 3-bet call off pre-flop, or, you know, an ace-queen type hand that you might just flat pre-flop because you want to play a little more passively so that Aram can bust. That's what I'd be thinking about if I'm
Produce
Joel.
an ace on the turn.
1.2.
And now with the ace, Joel betting 1.2. if you're Kevin, you have to give credit for him having an ace there, I would believe. And he does fold. And Joel takes the pot. Joel's got a pretty big rail there on the other side. A lot of people excited for him. Again, Joel's 75 years old. Left the tournament on day 2 for 4 hours to go to his first granddaughter's birthday party, and here he is with 3 players left. And the Rock and Roll Poker
He probably
Open
avoided a couple
WPT
bad
champion.
beats during that time and might not be here if he had played those
I am
hands.
a firm believer in the butterfly effect. I think there is zero
He
chance
certainly changed everything.
that the tournament plays out the same way. For him, at least. But maybe for others.
Roz, have you ever had to abandon a stack in the tournament for any reason?
Abandon a stack in the tournament for any reason.
I mean, Joel chose to in this
Yeah.
story, but
No,
that's because he's a legend.
that I can remember.
I'm assuming for you or I, it would be
no,
unintentional.
it'd be pretty
or we would
rare.
Have to.
It'd have to be an emergency.
Yeah, I've never.
I mean, I've had to step away from the table to take some important calls
That's fair.
in the past.
That's fair, yeah.
Faraz told me he abandoned his stack 6 times in this event.
That's true.
All right, we
They
have
abandoned him. It's a
an
little
open-end
different.
straight draw for Aram with the 10-7 on a King 9-8 board. 5 on the turn, which gives Joel a pair of 5s. Aram bets 800,000.
And yeah, when you're betting
I
here
know
with
that.
10-7,
Joel
you're
makes
thinking
a
about
call.
how you get jack high, queen high, ace high out of the pot. Probably not ace high since there was no raise pre-flop.
River's a king.
Be a tough one to get through on that card, I think.
Spade draws miss. You still beat queen high, jack high. I mean, you still get queen high, jack high to fold. So I think definitely reasonable to take a stab here. And if you're targeting those hands, you don't need to go huge either.
He bet 700,000.
Wow.
Joel
Oh, he
makes
hit the
a
5.
quick
Yeah, that's
call.
One pair.
Yeah, and with that size, he's literally just trying to get,
Yep.
again, queen high, jack high out of there. Or maybe some worse spade draws that are going to bluff you if you check. So he's not expecting for that bluff to work that often, but it doesn't need to work very often to be profitable. That's the beauty of it. I think it was he bet about 700,000 and won 3.7 million. So he only needs it to work 20% of the time to be profitable. So sometimes people make that and they feel like an idiot. But instead, you should ask yourself, hey, if I make this play 100 times, does it get through 20 times? If
My
so,
only
it's
counter to that
profitable.
would be, does he have queen high and jack high that often compared to the other parts of his range? I don't fully know for sure. He might.
Queen high, jack high, and some smaller spades that you beat. But if you check, they're probably going to bluff you.
Was spades a front door or a
It was
back door
a
draw?
back door. So yeah, it would have to be something that had kind of some straight draw with it or something. Maybe some ace highs he could have checked.
Yeah, I'm definitely not pushing
pre-flop.
back too hard on this spot.
Yeah,
It's just something I wanted to think out loud.
Yeah.
Kevin raised pre-flop with ace-9. Joel made the call with queen-8. Joel checks. Kevin bets 1 million.
3 million.
Wow. Joel's raising to 3 million.
Game of chicken here.
I'm wondering if Kevin's picked up some physical info off Joel.
Yeah, especially after making that 9-4 call.
A few of these spots, he's definitely been put the test against him and done well pretty overall.
Kevin, he lays it down. A good raise there by Joel. I'll have your attention. Don't forget, we have the WPT Live app giveaway tonight at 5 p.m. Eastern. All you got to do is sign up for the WPT Live app. It is free to do so. Make sure you sign the release form at the end. It makes sure that you're signed up for all events. And you can get in this drawing for an $1,100 WPT Prime Championship seat. It's going to be done tonight at 5 o'clock. We'll also have another drawing, which you'll be eligible for tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern. So sign up for the WPT Live app. Go online and do that today.
First limp I can remember in the final table. Joel went
Flop
to button.
10, 4, 3.
This
Kevin
is going to
with
be
the
an
button
action
draw.
pot, in my opinion.
Aram now with top pair 10.
Especially when the ace high is betting.
Kevin with a pair and a flush draw.
Yeah, combo draw on top pair here.
3.5.
And Aram's pretty short.
I just can't imagine folding this and trying to find
Yeah.
a better spot. You don't love it for sure.
And that's part of why I'm not necessarily always fast playing my 7-4 diamonds, just because I don't think I'm ever getting a better hand to fold. Unless you put them on some sort of 5s through 9s or something, you think you could get them off. But other than that,
Aram Zobian all
unclear.
in with 10-9.
Look at this.
He's got top pair. He's up against a flush draw and a pair of 4s. 14 outs for Kevin, as you see on the top here.
Classic
Black is
race.
beautiful.
You try black, you never go back. Oh boy.
Turn cards and ace of diamonds. And that's going to do it. We're going to lose
gentlemen.
Aram Zobian. He's our third place finisher. Taking home $295,000.
We have break now, 5 minutes? Or break?
That's going to do it. We're heads up here. And
We have a
now,
break now before the heads up?
the Rock and Roll Poker
What's
Open down to heads up.
We have break.
Joel
before
Gola
the
and Kevin
heads
Nee.
up? Break? Or
Short break. We'll be right back. Chips and do all these little things, but we are ready to go.
I thought I
Heads up.
remembered some WPT Borgata event that maybe Vivek won or something that was just like insanely fast. Do you
Yeah,
remember
and
this?
you know, this was to be predicted because yesterday went so long,
Yeah.
and everybody was about even in chips, and today there's been some pretty
It's gonna be,
big chip disparities and
I had
some
yesterday,
definite
so-
coolers and some
I swear to God,
know,
I said, this is what I said.
amazing
Either
things.
you and me, or either me and this guy, Zombie.
Yeah.
I said the three of us two of us gonna be in the final. I wasn't wrong.
It's funny. I think we said something like that when we were out there.
Yeah.
We said something. Yeah, I'll see you. You said like something. I'll see you at the final table. I'll see you in the finals.
Yeah,
Pretty
yeah.
funny.
Kevin
I've
Nee
said that
with-
100 times to people, and it hasn't come true. Just so we're clear.
Joel still with 50 bigs.
So
At this
heads
point,
up
there's no
here.
losers.
Nah, man.
Huh?
No way. It's great.
Amazing run.
So it's going to be small blind on the button.
I think it's just going to be fast and
How much big
loose.
blind? 4?
Heads up here, totally different ball game. Strategy adjusts quite a bit. There's no ICM heads up because there's nobody to wait for. So essentially, you're just like you're playing a cash game or a heads up sit and go.
And you saw the relief on Kevin Nee when he eliminated Aram because he knew that if he doubled up Aram,
Yep.
he was in for a long battle.
Aram was a big threat for sure.
Yeah. And now a big hand here. Ace deuce suited versus King Jack.
So we're just under 50 big blinds deep effective. For Joel, Kevin has about 2x his stack. King Jack suited here.
All in.
Wow.
He's all in.
That's a massive jam.
And he makes a
Calls
call.
with ace 2 suited. Wow.
Dare I
Whoa.
say fast and loose,
Holy.
boys. Dare I say.
Wow. I mean, that's a massive jam and that's a massive call.
Ace deuce versus King Jack.
Wow.
3x, 50x call.
Joel
Read 'em
wasn't
and weep.
here to mess around, but we're going to see what happens on this flop. And the flop is
Flush.
3 spades. It's all over.
Yeah, it's all done.
It's all
Checkmate.
over.
Hey, Joel.
Wow.
Hey, man. Thank
He
you.
has him drawing dead on the flop. Kevin Nee's going to be our champion.
Fast and loose. One hand.
Incredible. Joel's already halfway to Miami.
Wow.
That's not how I
just
was
vanish
expecting.
away.
I was not expecting that hand to go that way.
I was
Wow.
not expecting it to be this quick today. It's going to be all over. Kevin Nee's going to be our champion.
Didn't even think. His snap called.
He's going to win $605,100, which includes that seat to the World Championship. And he is the winner. Faraz, what do you think?
That was
200K snap call with ace deuce.
crazy big shove, and I'd say the call was even crazier.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, like the jam is probably like a profitable jam, but it's more profitable to
Do
call
anything
or
else.
maybe 3-bet. The call probably is a losing call long term. With ace 2 suited, you're dominated a lot, and you're never dominating anything, and you're
barely
lucky
ahead
to
when you're
get it
ahead, and
60-40.
You can be in really
Kevin
bad
Nee
shape.
was here on business.
Yeah.
Didn't even expect to play in this event.
Yeah.
And here he is, our champion of the Seminole Hard Rock Rock and Roll Poker Open on the World Poker Tour, putting his name on the Mike Sexton Champions Cup.
What an absolute legend.
I mean, I wonder if they underestimated like how many big blinds they had, like one of them, or not. Or maybe they weren't even thinking about it in big blinds. I don't know. Ask
I'm
them.
going to be honest in this
Ask
situation. I find that Joel only views him as down like 2-1 in chips, and
Yeah.
Kevin's just like, I got you covered 2-1.
Yeah.
It's like they've shortened
Yes.
the arena a little bit unnecessarily.
Yeah.
And they're just playing their stack against
Yes.
each other kind of deal.
I think that is a good analysis, that maybe they're just thinking about how big their stack is relative to each other and not about how many big blinds. So that's a good reminder. Think in big blinds always. It puts things into better perspective.
Yeah, you can definitely make some clear decisions, but who are we to judge? Kevin Nee is our champion.
We played for over 10 hours yesterday to get from 16 down to 6, and just over 3 hours a day.
And
to
I'm
go
sure
6 to
Kevin.
1.
I'm sure Kevin knows he's probably not going to jam like a monster. So
No, sure. There's
You know,
parts of that.
yeah.
Incredible.
Fascinating stuff. Well, Matt, it was a pleasure seeing you again.
Michael Lockie, Faraz Jaka, and I'm Matt Savage. Thank you for joining us
Pleasure
here
for
at the
us.
Seminole
All right.
Hard Rock Rock and Roll Poker Open. Our champion, Kevin Nee.
I can outplay these guys. That's my shot. Got this. If I get the card, prepare for this day. One time. Breathe.
You never know when your time is going to come. To rise above the rest. To seize the opportunity. To be crowned a champion. Is it time for your story to be told? The World Poker Tour.